person you're talking to, and you can see them judging them, like, oh, they talk too much, they need to hurry up. This is why they're not being promoted, they talk too much. You guys ever see that? We all see that in public and the different places that we go. So if that is how they're looking at them, that person can't even read it correctly. Do you think that person's supposed to be around you?
Nope. Oh yeah, I made a mistake in the video. It is water star vibes, not crystal star vibes. Forgive me. It was early in the morning. Yada yada. There's no excuses. I made a mistake. Go follow her. Her sexy ass.
Rejected, they're gonna try to make you feel like that's an illusion. Something that is so normal to you. Anybody that's acting like that is an illusion.
My bestie.
That's not true. Run. Literally run.
Run skis.
If you're trying to work with someone and you're like, yeah, this is the type of music that I make, and they're like, no. Then you're like, what do you mean, no? This is the type of music that I make. And I've been doing it for a long time. They're like, nah. You can't even take them seriously.
Selectivist. And what is it, Dr. Brokeleg?
This is how these people are. That is why you're hearing them.
You know.
Think about how they're looking at other people. Looking at other people, they're going to do that to you. God is saying, I warned them. Now I'm warning you.
Yep.
Take the L. Take the no. Let the no's fall where they may and move on. Because there's a lot of people trying to lead a double life, scamming and frauding and overhyping themselves.
Right.
But they do not have the receipts to back it. They do not have the things to prove it. So you need to go where people are better equipped, and that is where you are being led. You are being led to the sunshine, to the abundance, to the land of the free. You are being led.
Hey, Brittany, look at this cup.
It's like Candyland. That's where you're
going.
going.
On the back. See? You're definitely the cosmic doctor for all of us. Had this cup for a minute. I forgot where I got it.
Wants to gatekeep you, or gatekeep from you. Somebody not only wants to swerve you. You're going to be seeing this a lot. These no's.
Little Terminator shades.
Because it's reminding you of the rejection. I feel like you're better equipped now. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. You've worked through a lot, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. People are like, oh my gosh, I got to do all of this to swerve you. Oh my gosh, I got to do all this to deny access to you. Somebody could have tried to bring you in and said, oh my gosh, let me look at that. I want to see if I can figure out a way to help you. And then the next day they were like, that was a whole scam to get you a little bit closer so they could really look you up and down. And in their head, they were literally saying to you, oh, I want to see how I can help. I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say...
That's why I got the Terminator shades on. Terminating all these carbon copycats.
I want to help. So you're like, okay, well, they want to help.
If you know, you know.
They're not looking at the dog.
Why do I talk like that? I don't know. So funny.
Like, so they're your Mother Teresa or what? All the little things running through their head.
Okay, good. Thank you, Spirit Team.
Go.
I love you, Brittany. I'll come back to you. That was the video from yesterday. I need to catch up. But the video you did earlier today, it was a spiritual knockout. I'm telling you, man. Oh, Brittany, man, you're so awesome. Cosmic Wave here. And Brittany Phillips, you know, it's all about remembrance, which is so awesome. Spirit Team is dank as hell. Fucking thank you, ancestors. Oh, man. Okay. That's the sunshines right there. Sunshine. What's that song? In the sunshine when she gone. In the sunshine when she gone. When she gone. When she gone. Sometimes I don't know the words, but I know the melody. When she goes away. My rendition. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. A little off key. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. When she gone. When she gone. When she gone. She gone away. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. When she gone. When she gone away. I don't know where that song came up. Ancestors. Hello. Hello, I want to give you a kiss. Damn, all right, this Slinky got a mind of his own. Just want to kiss bitches. Did you just call me a bitch? I think I did. There, thank you for your patience. Why do you sound like a drunk Irish leprechaun? I don't know, my friend. I'm talking like that for a couple years. Actually, for a long time. What does long time mean? Long time. When she gone, when she gone, when she gone, when she gone away. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. All right, let's get to it. Yes, this is brought to you by Mother Nature's Candy. You gotta have your apple from the Garden of Eden. Got to. The Garden of Eden, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Nature's best, man. These sweet red apples. Like baby J's. But today we're in for a great download, okay? For a great download. Especially for you ladies. It's going to empower a lot of ladies out here, okay? And like I said, I made a mistake. I made. Stop talking with your mouth open. I'll do what I want to do. But you're right, I need to work on that. I just don't want to forget the downloads. I made a mistake in my previous video and I said Crystal Star Vibes. I was thinking about Crystal. She's another intuitive baddie. Crystal Vibes. I think her name is Crystal Vibes. And this other pretty lady, her name is Water Star Vibes. So I was in the mix of getting my downloads out fast, and I happened to jumble or combine both names with the thoughts. You know how it is. I'm not blaming it on the 3 planetary alignments, but I'm just bringing that up because it has a major effect on my whole body, molecules, DEA, if you know, you know. Deethoric acid, not DNA, yada yadas. Follow Rashad Jamal. Free Rashad Jamal. He'll be home soon. Bada bing, I love you, brother. Thank you for staying strong and doing your cosmic duty. Even though we all wish you were home still doing your cosmic duty. But God's letting us know that we have to perform our duties regardless of the surroundings. At times, it just happens. I know a lot of people say, it's easy for you to say, you know. I've been where he's at. Maybe not to the level, but I mean, yada yada. I love you, Rashad Jamal. I love your wife. I love your kids. I'm praying for you all. I can't wait till you all unite again. And you have them smiles in your face, and you guys are just radiating with that pure love. That's what it's all about. Confirmation, bitches. The bird just talking. Let's get to the download. I was in the bathroom doing my damn thing, taking my Al Bundy. There we go. Had to pinch your offs. Oh my God, you're foul. I had to pinch your offs. Drop the kids off in the pool. Hey, it's Mother Nature. Thank you. You're a foul guy. I had to pinch your offs. That was over exaggerated. I just wanted to paint a picture, all right? It's like the Dumb and Dumber movie when he had to pull up his legs and shit, taking the shit. Oh. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do all that. All right? They didn't have to do all that. And to top it off, the toilet wouldn't flush afterwards. They didn't have to paint them mental pictures in our heads, but they did it. All right? But they did it for entertainment purposes only. Shit, let me get some of these blueberries so I can take my drawers while we filming. Are you foul like that for real? Is you the interest? No, baseball paper, baseball papers, baseball pitcher chews. You know he's gonna think. He's gonna throw a slinger. You know what I'm saying? They ever chew like that on the pitcher's mound, you know they about to get busy. Is that how you gonna eat at the dinner table? Maybe I won't marry you. Yeah, she's foul. I'm building up the anticipation for the good download I'm about to drop for you ladies. And for us too. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna say 3 names. And forgive me, I'm gonna share the video that has all the information that's embodied in the video. For you ladies and gentlemen that are students of life and you want to learn how this planet really operates. Okay? It may seem like I'm bouncing around everywhere. Hence, I'm going to share the video that embodies it all. So just roll with me. I'm going to say 3 names. You know I butcher names, but hopefully I don't butcher these beautiful ladies' names. Anana, Isis, and Mary Magdalene. Those names are very powerful. And I'm going to leave a lot of this for cliffhangers for the real people that are serious about learning about Inanna, Isis, and Mary Magdalene. I'm just going to leave that for y'all once I share the video. If you don't know, you don't know. But they were 3 powerful ladies. And I may even, disclose some of it. It just may happen because I'm an honest person and I just don't want to mess up the download. So let's just say Inanna had the power to descend into hell and ascend into heaven. So she had the powers of both. So she embodied the light and the dark frequencies, right? Like I do. So she can travel between both realms. So she was a threat. Isis put somebody together. She was powerful. She was like the assembler. And Mary Magdalene used her like love and the power of oils and anointing to heal people and to bring people back to life. All right, she was very powerful in Yahshua's story, even though they manipulated the story and made the women like she was a background character. That's what the Western society has done, and a lot of people over the world has made women fall in the background. So bottom line is, before I jump there, let me just take my time. I'm working on my pacing. And this is an episode of No Filter and Daily Motivation and Think Differently. And don't just get up, wake up with your boy Zodog. So it's a 4-part. It's a 4-show into 1 hybrid for this new planetary alignments we're experiencing in the month of July 2025 with your boy Zodog. All right, and Alonzo Hayes, if you know, you know. The real Zox Molder in real life, okay? And there's other Fox Molders out here too. The Lone Gunman, if you know, you know. I love y'all. Jet Ski, Chuck, Mod Trigger. Who else is out there? There's a lot of other cats at Trap House Kitchen. All right, but y'all know, you know. Let me stay focused. So Mary Magdalene had the power of healing and bringing things to life. You know what I mean? These ladies all had the power that threatened the powers that be. Hence, they were burned at the stake. Thank you. Or they were either burned at the stake like the witches, or they had tough lives because they were a threat to society. Hence, like me, right? Change algorithms up. So, have you ever asked yourself the question why why witches were burnt at the stake? The Salem witch trials in Boston. And I was out there years ago removing snow, shoveling by my boys Griff Gunson and Jordan. His brother's dug in on him. Damon, what's up, Damon? I want to call you. Reach out to you, see how you're doing. Your father, hopefully your whole family's doing good. And congratulations, Griff. Was good. Griff Gunson says was good better than I do, and I created that. I always loved that cat for many reasons, but when he started saying it was good, he put extra emphasis on the good. His brother Doug and shit, good peoples. Forgive me for my vehicle blowing up in front of your house. I mean, I don't even understand. If a chipmunk was chewing on the cables and caught my car on fire, that shit was crazy. But I believe I know what happened. What happened? Are we going like that? That'd be another... Actually, fuck it. I had an acquaintance over that day. We were blazing until 4 in the morning. Those Dabs. All right, what's up, Dabs? Hopefully you're doing good. And around that time, I was working at Exxon, and I wanted a new vehicle because that Oldsmobile Cutlass, it's like a 94 Cutlass. It was a dope-ass vehicle. You know, don't get me wrong. But, we're 16 minutes in. But it was giving me problems. And I was learning, I know I'm jumping around, but I was learning about my third eye tactics and how we can make things happen. And I think, it was like, I don't think, I know. After my boy left, 4 in the morning after we were blazing, I went to bed. I had some theta wave music playing. That was just, it was super strong, it was super powerful. Lucid dream music, I believe. And I was doing third eye tactics. And I was thinking about getting a new car when I was going to sleep. And I felt my third eye vibrate so much. I never felt it like this before, right? So that joint was vibrating when I was thinking about getting a new car. So I'm sleeping. He left already, so I'm sleeping, right? He left at 4, maybe like 5 or 6 in the a.m. I hear some loud explosion when I'm sleeping. Like, boom! Something tells me to get up. Thank God I got up, right? So I go up, I look out the window. I don't see them. Something tells me to go downstairs. That's where my car is parked, downstairs, of course. I wouldn't be parked or whatever. So I go downstairs. I look out the sliding glass window where my Oldsmobile is parked. And I'm tired, right? I'm just still getting up. I know, I've been through a lot. I got stories for years, all right? I'm that perfect grandfather that's going to be sitting there in the spiritual rocket chair telling all the kids some stories, all right? Good boys. So I'm still half asleep, you know, zombified, you know, the ankles all twisted, you know, I'm looking like something off the Walking Dead character, you know what I mean? Didn't even need the makeup, no cosmetics needed. I was just going down the steps, dick hard as shit, bumping into the drywall. I still owe you guys some money for the mushroom cap impressions in the drywall. Of course, Kenny's going to be calling me now, but I can't answer you now. I'm in the middle of a banging download. So I'm all banging my hard dick against the drywall and shit, and I don't know who I'm waking up. So I go downstairs, look out the sliding glass door. Did he really just say that? Yes, I did. So I'm looking at, shit buckets. He's like, hey, you want to get some weed? I know. That's the tip. I know, God. I know. I'm going to stay focused in this bitch. I'll hit you back, Kenny. I promise. So I look outside the sliding glass window for the 4th time. And I see my Oldsmobile, right? I was like, okay, cool. But then I rub my eyes and I look out the window again, and I notice like my window is like orange. I was like, what the fuck is that shit orange for? Is the sun coming up and the sun's reflecting off my driver's side window? But guess what? It wasn't that. It was a flame inside the car. And then the flame came out the window. I mean, the window was up, but I just saw like a flame. So the flames come out, and I'm like, what the fuck am I seeing? My car's on fire. What the fuck? So I'm like, oh shit. So it's like, it's wake up time. So like when I was in Turkey, my brother punched that dude and then the blood came over me. I felt the same way. I was like, damn, I'm a young kid. And now it's some grown folk, life or death shit. So everything became slow motion. And I was like, what the fuck? So I snapped out of it. Then I thought about the room. I think I ran outside. Okay, I didn't even think about the roommates at first. I was thinking about waking up everybody. I ran outside the house. And just, what the fuck, you know? And luckily my neighbor called the ambulance, right? Because like the shit was on fire for a minute. I guess I was stuck for a second. So I ran outside just like, what the fuck? To get some fresh air to wake up. The neighbor already called the ambulance. Fire truck, yada, yada. So I'm sitting out there talking to him. Like, oh, thank God you did, right? And all of a sudden I'm looking at the house. Not funny. It's just I'm laughing now because that's how I get through shit. I can't believe this even happened. I filmed this a long time ago on Instagram, so y'all can look it up and Facebook. So I'm sitting out there talking to her, and I'm like, oh, thank God, thank baby Jesus. And then I look at the house the third time, and then something tells me, go inside and wake up everybody. I was like, oh, shit. So I ran up, get up, man, the car's on fire, man, get the fuck out the house, get the fuck out. And it's just wild. I felt like the Tasmanian devil just banging on everybody's door. I felt like a true octopus. I was like, just used my kneecaps to bang on people's doors and shit. And everybody came outside, woke up, boom, 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 looking at me like I lost my mind, but the car was on fire. And then there was a fucking lighter in front of my car. So there was this dude named Tim that stayed at our house. He was a racist cat. I had to, because he called me the N-word and shit. So I put him in his place and shit. And, you know, cops came and the roommates, everybody vouched for me because I'm a sweet guy. So like, no, it was Tim. He was instigating, kept on calling him, boom, boom, boom. And not to lie, I did steal weed from this guy, okay? I stole weed from him, so I can be honest. I'm not going to act like it was just a one-side shit. I stole weed from him. And it was wrong. It was wrong, all right? I stole weed from him, okay? I looked at him as a yuffer and I took his weed. That's what I really did. I did. I was in my sticky fingered day, so I can be honest and thank you. I'm repenting. So I stole his weed. But he took it to the next level and said, oh, that's a Nick. That's a Nick. Oh, I was like, all right, man, hey, man, I apologize for it. I was fucked up. I shouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have done it. I'm wrong. I'm a piece of shit. Bam. He just kept on calling me that shit throughout the whole week, talking to everybody about it. I'm like, all right, man, hey, man. I thought we talked about like grown folks, but you keep on boom, boom, boom. My spirit, you know what I'm saying? I can't take it. That's disrespect. And he did it one more time, and then, hey. And the neighbors came out. I mean, the roommates came out, like, what the fuck? But they heard him instigating it the whole week, and everybody was giving me the face like, you gonna do something about it? I was like, fuck, I don't want to do something about it. I just wanted to diplomatically talk to the cat. I don't want to give him the Frank Castle hands, the Batman collar and shit, putting him in ceiling fans. I didn't want to do that. But I heard him across his room talking to his boy, and I'm like, oh, baby Jace. I had to get up, drop the PlayStation controller, and hand him my BI. All right, so I saw the later in front of my car. He loved how I come back to the foundation. So I thought someone fucking lit my car on fire, and I thought it was Tim's bitch ass. But then when the ambulance came, they put it out and shit. They're like, hey, old cars, sometimes the wire sparks in your battery, and it could cause a self-implosion. So I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. But then I thought about my dream about my third eye, and I was thinking about getting a new car. So I believe I used my X-Men power to catch that car on fire to get me a new car. And shortly after that, I got a job in D.C. My boy, boom, boom, boom. I was selling weed, pop-ups, yada, yada, right in the gray area, if it was going to be legal or not. And then I got another car, and then that shit went down, and then my boss bought me a Mercedes and shit afterwards. I was like, this is fucking awesome. So that's another story for another time. So, yeah, that happened. So forgive me, Griff, and everybody else, man, because it caught the house on fire, and then the people... Y'all know you know. If not, then I'll talk about that another time. Whew. Okay, why do we even bring that up? Okay, the powers. Okay. So, why do you think, or have you ever asked yourself, I'm great, but Spirit Team's good too. I know I was bouncing around a lot. So, if y'all like stories like that, and if you're in tune, you're already going to be following the threads, the cosmic fabric I'm weaving, you know what I'm saying? We fucking sewing over this bitch. It's not home ec. It's not a home economic class. Baby J's. That's what black folks do. When they see someone walk past the window, they ready. Because I saw my neighbor walk past. He got some cigarettes and shit. I was like, oh, baby J's, don't just be walking past my window like Jason Voorhees in this bitch. I'm ready, babies. You know what I'm saying? It's like a zombie apocalypse. You gotta stay ready. Like Will Smith off I Am Legend. You gotta stay ready in that bitch with your dog in the tub and shit. Playing Bob Marley and shit. You know. All right, stop. Stay focused. On the pictures, man. All right. Well, Pete Rose actions and shit. If you know, you know. I just dated myself there, but oh well. Jose Canseco and all them cats taking a little steroids. Yeah. No, Pete Rose didn't take steroids. That cat was a gambler and gamblers. Terrible bet on his own squad. Okay, you gonna stay focused though? Okay, I'm just building it up, anticipator, but I'm gonna share the video on my threads anyways, so y'all can look up the power of these three powerful women: Inanna, Isis, and Mary Magdalene, and the significance of them, and how they tremendously are an important factor for especially this current stage we're going through within the new earth frequencies, and how everybody's waking up and they have certain attributes that they're finding out strangely through the coding in us, and just it's just nasty. So that's why I said forgive me earlier, because I know this download is going to be wild. So let me just get to it as best as I can, and then the video will help explain everything I'm saying in here. Have you ever asked yourself why the witch trial happened in Salem? Why the women were burned at the stake for not supposedly, for having powers of a witch? Okay. Women's always been powerful and intuitive and connected with nature because they're the true goddesses. Okay, I'm just going to say that because that's facts. The powers that be, the men, started becoming terrified of why women were doing what they do, and how they were burning candles, using blood and so forth, and summoning and working with nature. Working with nature, all right? Men couldn't control that. They got terrified. And so they came up with an excuse to say, hey, we can't have witches. They're demonic. So we need to have a trial and burn them, basically. Let's just get rid of all these intuitive women, okay? So let's speed up to the current day now. And if you look around, you got to ask yourself, why do men put down women, pay women less, act like women are just like, footstools? Then you go to pimps, and pimps taking over women's brains and just controlling them and making women just puppets, right? And then it dawned on me over there, it's just like how us black folks are, how powerful we are, and how the colonizers indoctrinated us and made us forget our own origin and our own powers and make us dumb down like them. Not saying they're dumb, but you know what I mean. Like, if you're superior, then if you're a god and you get lowered to a human frequency, then yes, you've been manipulated and hypnotized, and spell work used against you so you can forget your own origin. Hence, we're always a threat to society, right? Black people can't gather a lot or together without causing police and everybody looking. It's like, oh, what's going on here? And they call it the white man's burden. If you know, you know. It's because the colonizers definitely erased our history, knowing this is our land and so forth, and just, oh man, stole all of our inventions. They never created anything, and then they just put a white face on the patent, and they stole all the inventions from us. Us, when some of us were slaves, we were just working, doing our thing, and they would come in there with their buddies, like, hey man, look at Timmy and shit over there making this fucking cotton, and then boom, boom, this is how we do the light bulb. And then Thomas Edison stole it, and everybody just patented everything that we created, everything. There's nothing that they've ever created, okay? But besides that, they got intimidated by these women, burned them at the stake, and now the men run society and keep women at their boot heel, all right? And I've always, through life, growing up, I was like, why the fuck does women get treated like this? And I've always been drawn, or just had some inclination knowing that women should always be respected because they birth life. You know what I mean? They're creators of life. So why would they be treated like some dog shit? I'm not saying I haven't fell in that pattern, okay? I've treated women as sexual objects and stuff too, but I've repented, and I'm repenting still to this day, watching how I speak to women and how I treat women. And then off my research and through Rashad Jamal and others, that women are the true goddess, the Council of Nine, and we are the guardians of the galaxy. We're here to protect the planet and our women and so forth. Now I see why the powers that be want to okey doke us and act like that we ain't shit, because we are shit. Hence, they omitted our history books and so forth. So, bottom line, women are the shit. You are the true goddesses. Okay? I'm going to share the video so you can get more in depth of why Anana, Isis, and Mary Magdalene are very important for all of us, and why they were deemed as demonic and so forth. These ladies knew how to operate with all the elements from this planet in different realms, and men were threatened by that. They wanted total dominance and control, and they used witchcraft and manipulated and eradicated a lot of these women, and they got control of the history books that they wrote. History means his story, and so they make women like background characters, you know, charlatans, you know, adulterers and so forth, you know what I mean? Ladies of the night. And then we, as men, you know, they get stereotyped. And so how to decode things is when people have a lot of labels on them. That just tells us society's threatened by them. And they're labeled that reason because there must be something more to that story. So they want to use buzzwords to separate you from joining allegiances with them. They want to make it like a warning, a deterrent. Don't go over there, you're going to be burned in hell eternally if you mess with that person. And you get scared, and then that fear is controllable and so forth. And that's basically bottom line what they did, or what they continue to do to our beautiful women to this day. The powers lies within you. The more knowledge you have of the origin of your story, then you will hopefully resonate a lot more with this message, and it won't sound like some Charlie Brown teacher womp womp womp. But this is super crucial. I was going to get a little bit more in depth with it, but since I want you to look at the video entirely, if you're serious enough about it, you will get the full presentation without me bouncing around and misleading anyone, because this is super important to the point where I'm still a rookie in learning about this to a degree that I don't want to butcher it up and be that person or that reason for this information not going out because I butchered it. You know what I mean? So I'd rather just share the link. You look at it for those that are serious about learning, self-development, being a student of life and so forth, and getting connected closer to source. Then for those serious, we'll look up my Threads account and my Facebook. So I will share the video on Facebook as well too, and Threads, so you can look it up for yourself, and it won't seem forced. Yeah, it just makes sense now. It's so comical when you see how they treat us and women. They admitted our history. They want us to only know certain things in history because if we put the pieces together, then we'll have the eureka moment. Like, what the fuck? They really did okey doke us. All this land's ours. All this resources is ours. And they have us buying our own shit. But that'd be for another time, another topic. I love each and every one of y'all. I just wanted to let you women know that this is the new earth. A lot of things are getting exposed. People's true position and lineage is getting exposed. For us to retake our true positions, our true cosmic rights, and have full authority in our total restoration of our royalties and our inheritances. So get prepared, because there's a lot of shifts and repositioning happening right now as we speak behind the scenes. Hence, the powers that be are attempting their most desperate attempts to keep us focused and distracted on other things, to not have you focused on what you should be focused on and what's happening to them. So they're just creating a lot of puppet shows, fear frequencies. Unfortunately, there's a lot of collateral damaging happening. But God is here, the frequency, and karmic justice is doing what it needs to do. So there's nothing to fret. Just be aware, stay vigilant, stay connected, do your shadow work, don't be manipulated. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That's the best what I can say. And women, take back your power. Take back your power, women. Okay, do your research. Take your freaking power back. Because you create Earth, you create everything. All right? So don't let a man tell you that they're more powerful than you. They may be physically, but I don't even like saying physically. You just need to tap in and know what you can do and what you're capable of. Okay? Be the female praying mantis. If you know, you know. Okay? Get your praying mantis powers back. All right, it's Captain Planet season time. It's realignment time. It's figuring out who you are. It's remembering who you are and getting aligned to stand in line. Staying aligned with God's true purpose so you'll never be misled again. We're living through a human experience, so I'm not saying that God's looking for perfection. Okay, but God's looking for basically you to stay on path as much as possible. And if you get off path, correct yourself and get back on path. Ask God's help. Ask for God's guidance. Have more faith. Ask for more faith in the unseen. You know what I mean? Having faith is believing in the unseen without evidence to prove why you're so convicted in that belief. I love each and every one of you. I need to call my boy Kenny back. I almost forgot. You stay loving yourselves, stay learning, stay knowing who you are, so you won't get distracted no more and get off course. And then 30 years later, you're like, oh, what the hell am I over here for in Texas? I need to be in Arizona. You know what I mean? Just don't get off course. Get your goals, like I said yesterday, or earlier this AM, I believe. I said in order to stay in alignment with this new earth, you need to have 3 things, 3 steps. Write a goal. Have some type of direction in life so the energy can support you. Okay? You must be in line with whatever you're in line with. You're in line with happiness or you're in line with depression. You know what I mean? Just what are you getting up and how are you setting your intentions for the day? And then how does your heart truly feel? Be real with yourself, okay? Not everybody's waking up feeling cheerful. Just say, I feel like shit today. Okay, and then you ask yourself, why am I feeling like shit? Oh, because I didn't take care of that yesterday. Okay, well, what did you take care of yesterday? Well, X, Y, Z. Okay, well, let's start on one of these things today so we can knock this joint out before the week ends. Okay, that's facing your shit. Versus like, you know, fuck it, I'm going to get drunk. I'll get on it another time, and then you become a procrastinator, and then all that procrastination becomes like 60 years of shit that you've been putting in your own closet. And you just say, I'll get to it later. Well, we've all been there and done that. So first thing is write a goal. Second is reaching out to somebody that you may have to forgive. You know what I mean? You got to keep your alignment right. You can't be resentful towards others if you want to be in alignment with God. Okay? You must be in that love frequency as best as you can. And speak life into existence and not love. Because even idle words, when we say by ourselves, God is keeping account of everything we think and speak. So we're going to be accountable for that. We all are. And the third step is to start a project. Okay? You start a project so you can get that cosmic support, because now God knows and the universe knows that you have a vision and you have a passion with that vision, and as long as you take action every day towards that, then the universe must conspire for your success. That's just bottom line. All right? I did borrow that from Red Pill too. He said that to me a few years ago. He was like, yeah, it seems like the universe is conspiring for your success. I never heard it phrased like that, so thank you, Red Pill. I appreciate that, bro. So yeah, I'm always honest. I give props when I get props. I've never been threatened to give props. It's crazy though, but I know what it is. Yada yada. I won't even go there. So those are the 3 steps that I highly recommend to stay in alignment with this new earth, or to become a member of this new earth, is by completing your shadow work properly and not being shisty and manipulative and hiding in the shadows and wanting to steal someone else's hard work and claim it for yourself, or stand in someone's light to avoid you doing your dark work. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people trying to camouflage nowadays. Well, they've been doing that for years. But now when you have the vision, you see, like, okay, this cat was camouflaging the whole time. Because every time you tell them to go on their own, they seem like they're always tugging on your sleeve or your pant leg and shit. Like, I showed you how to get it done, do it. Then you see they're not capable of it. And I'm like, baby J, so you've been camouflaging around me this whole time. That's why a lot of times I get upset. I'm like, I showed you how to do it. You tell me, I got you. And I've seen you do some things. And then when I say, okay, then show me the rest, they can't get it done. I'm like, it's easy to me, but why is it not easy to them? It's an eye twitcher. But God's saying, just fall back, everybody's on their own pace. Oh, baby J, somebody ought to go there. Okay, that's old shit. But yeah, that's it. Just stay strong, and if you're really passionate about something, then get the fucking shit done. That's bottom line, exactly. If you're passionate about something, get it done. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable it is. If you really want it, then you're going to go through the shit to get to paradise, like my dad loved to say. You got to go through shit sometimes to get through paradise. Get through paradise. I'll leave it at that. 40 minutes in. Mic drop. I love each and every one of you all, collective. Thank you for all the work you do. It is tremendous. The effects of your collective light work is being shown daily and reflected in reality. So we're doing something out here. Give yourselves a round of applause. We're doing a damn thing collectively as Genosha and as the School for the Gifted. I love you. I can't wait to see a lot of y'all very soon. Spitbiters, y'all. I love you all, Charlie's Angels. Take care.